Hello, and welcome back to Coin Lady channel. The subject of today's video is about to receive his XDC of a younger age network. So, with that in mind, let's get right in and cover a few ground rules. To begin, let me just say that the prospect of watching his baby grow over the course of the next major cycle is quite exciting to me. I believe XDC has a tremendous market opportunity, especially in view of the recent trends we have witnessed and will be addressing. Other than that, I trust everyone's been having a good time at the market. I realize this bear market has been tough, but I also want you to know that right now is one of the best times ever to be a space explorer. Getting through the bear market to reap the benefits of the bull run is no simple feat. Don't let anyone tell you that you were lucky because of this. Start right off with this Twitter video by Marina Lewitt 2022. The need of making new contacts is thus made clear during Trade Finance Investor Day. The CEO of TFD, Andrew Casper Min, has been talking about our annual event, which is only 3 weeks away. First and foremost, this movie features a day off from work in a beautiful location. Furthermore, we should start enjoying networking as we have been attending various webinars to TFDHT throughout the epidemic. However, we hope to optimize networking beginning on Thursday afternoon. Even while the panels and testimonies will continue on Friday, we still want to give attendees an opportunity to mingle. There's no denying the importance of closing deals. Closing agreements by learning how the technology is readily available off the shelf, pay-as-you-go gives amazing new prospects, and negotiating deals with the appropriate people extending liquidity to those alternative lenders as alternative lender originators or institutional investors. We learned about the trade tech platform and TV show, and I just had a talk with one of our presenters who was putting that idea across very clearly. Since alternative lenders have a harder time acquiring the commercially available technology they require, our smaller companies now have an opportunity for expansion that we could never have imagined before. It's too difficult and expensive to implement. As a result, we hope to inform our readers about chances to expand their professional networks and develop their product and service businesses. Thus, it is undeniable that Investor Day is predicated on such developments in order to form new alliances. Of course, this is one of the reasons for the gathering. Indeed, we anticipate this with great anticipation. The 19th and 20th of October are the 2 days in question. Remember what I've said before, occurrences like these have no bearing on market values. In particular, these events shed light on the murky world of trade finance, a sector of the economy that does not get nearly enough coverage. We are pleased to announce that SBI, through its Phoenix office, is the largest external shareholder in both Threes and Ripples. This follows on the heels of today's announcement that SBI and the FDC network have been working together for some time, as you all are aware. That matters a lot. Considering that the XDC network is being promoted by UAE Trade Phoenix, what do you make of the signing of a foundational agreement to create a joint venture between the two entities? We've seen a couple things happen, and I've been having extended talks about trading with Phoenix. I constantly stressing the need of paying attention to business arrangements. For a long time, many in the FDC community have paid little attention to this service. Even more perplexingly, studies on the future of trade finance predict that Phoenix will become the network of networks. So, I've been on the lookout for this. This is a monumental announcement, too. Can you make out anything? Phoenix, a UAE trading partner, and SBI have teamed up to start a cryptocurrency business in Japan. SBI Holdings is teaming up with UAE firm Trading Phoenix to launch a blockchain-based business platform in Japan using the XDC network. The Japanese corporations DC SBI Holdings and Tread Frank wished to hasten the spread of Ethereum-compatible trade finance on the corporate blockchain XDC network. Over here on XDC, the UAE-based company's own decentralized platform facilitates connections between trade finance originators and multiple commercial banks and lending institutions. Trade finance items such as supply chain financing, purchase order financing, letters of credit, and invoice financing are TreadFX's primary offering. The figure clearly shows that the XDC lies in the geometric center of TradeFX. Considering that TradeFX is the network of networks surrounding trade finance, this is rather huge. If we scroll down, they tell us more about what's going on with Trade Franks and how they've been working with the WTO, the ICC, and other government agencies to explore blockchain as a way to improve the efficiency, cost clarity, and auditability of trade finance. Additionally, it is well known that Trading Phoenix and Quick have worked together for a very long time. Infants are one of the safest populations. Many people overlook Trade Phoenix's access to the greatest secrets of all time. That's why I've been reading a ton and trying to get the word out that you shouldn't take this lightly. Marina reminds us once more that the Electronic Signatures in Global and National Commerce Act has been in effect for a week. Lloyds Banking Group Bank was one of the first to report its first digital trading transaction once the law was passed. In addition, you can watch a short film here that promotes the October TFDI Conference for Trade Finance Investors. Verify that out. Lloyds Banking views trade digitization as strategically important, as it aligns with our own long-term objectives. When I think of what our teams have done to promote digital trade and papers, I am impressed. There were primarily 3 ideas that emerged. The first main theme is our commitment to creating a future in which our world is cared for. The second is our willingness to be daring in our choices and, more importantly, our investments. On top of that, we're always on the lookout for new ways to improve our client partnerships and employee satisfaction. This is why in August of last year, we made the purchase of the UK's fastest digital promise We're Not. We're quite pleased with this purchase, and work is ongoing to broaden digital promises applications for currency with remainders. Over 4 billion commercial documents are reportedly traveling the world at any given time. Given that just about 1% of it is digital, that's still a lot of money. Therefore, conducting business electronically is essential if we are to reduce our paper consumption and progress toward our own sustainability goal. In line with our goal to modernize commerce, we are continuing to streamline operations, and Lewis has invested €3 million in the Ideals technical platform. For the sake of our clients and coworkers, this is mission critical. The ADP estimates that by 2022, the global trade gap will have widened from $1.7 trillion in just 2 years to $2.5 trillion. Therefore, I believe that phasing out paper-based instruments in a regulated manner, where we involve the sector, has the potential to increase the availability of credit, especially for banks that are using their balance sheets as a force for good. And once again, as if on cue, everything I've been describing is suddenly beginning to unfold in relation to this. I know I sometimes seem like a broken record talking about trade financing, but it really is a major problem. Apart from that, we can see that some of the people we've known since birth are through the transformations essential to their success in the trade tech industry. They just finished a major redesign of their website. You can speed up your ability to engage investors and your path to institutional investors by taking use of the private credit investment market's linkage of assets, sellers, and investment managers. Within this, they also detail everything else related to it. Keep in mind that Cunnivan is being used in many exciting projects including commerce, finance, and even institutional adoption. As a result, many of his infant-related players are keen for him to go above and beyond the bare minimum in terms of innovation. Trade Tech is also a part of the International Trade Finance Association, ITFA, the Trade Finance Digital Industry Association, TFD, and the World Economic Forum. People who are seen with the lights are more likely to succeed, which is why I stress the importance of paying attention to them. The Trade Tech firm has also a track record of openness in discussing trade, finances, and the work they are doing in this area. In all seriousness, this is just the start of things to come. Trade finance encompasses a wide range of connected endeavors. And like I said before, XDC is a major paradigm shift in my opinion. The Solutions section of the old dc.org website. You know that there are articles out there detailing the latest developments in, say, international commerce transactions. The distributed ledger technology, blockchain, and its potential applications are at the center of everything. And XDC is driven by highly disruptive technology. In a way, it has already shown itself. I mean, we've worked together on this for a long time and with many different people. In just the past several months, I've had numerous conversations with you all. One such instance of proper tokenization may be seen here. Tokenization is a topic that has recently garnered a lot of interest. If tokenization isn't already your main concern, you should be, as it is being debated by all the major international bodies, because of the benefits it provides. Right? Take the real estate market as yet another illustration. Beyond this, there is a great deal of opportunity. Not only can you create digital assets like smart contracts and entire DeFi protocols here, along with fractionalized real-world assets, ready-to-use tokenization, and highly customized utility NFTs, without understanding how to code, but you can do so with ease. All of this depends on the multi-crochet bridge capabilities of the ISO 20.02 API solutions. There is a lot occurring in this region. Upon closer inspection, I now consider the STC network to be a formidable, albeit unappreciated, force in the industry. Do you recall back in, say, May, June, or July, when STC finally started to come to life after we received the major price-driving news? It was at that time that XDC became widely talked about, yet. However, once we somewhat saw it is important to emphasize that these are major announcements, as I feel many people have lost their way. This is why I'm so thrilled about SDC. There's a lot of meat to these networks. I'd say the same thing about Hetero. Both the enterprise and institutional grade customers who use the network and the ecosystem as a whole are considered. Even while these projects are expanding and becoming, blue chip in this industry, nearly no one is really taking the time to look at them, as we find when we dig further. And that's what makes me so optimistic about the next round. There have been major market shifts and breaking news, but many people aren't surprised by these tokens because, guess what? There are plenty of people around to be surprised by the next cycle. And people in the retail sector are starting to comment things like, wow, that looks like a gem in regards to these tokens and projects. You won't believe this. You guys over here who have read about STC, watched the videos, absorbed the knowledge, and took in what is going on with SDC are starting to see the bills and grasp the events that will lead to the major boom, such as the names using DLT and blockchain specifically with SDC. From this vantage point, the big picture is starting to take shape. In my opinion, even though we make up a minuscule percentage of the retail industry, we are still a part of it. If that happens, we'll be late to the party and the rest of the flood will be over without us. We feel like we've lost track of time. And I say this for this very reason. I get that you find it depressing here. Beyond that, though, I want you to know that you have what it takes to succeed if you can look beyond the darkness of the present to the light of the future. These days, there are a lot of big things happening all around us, and not all of them are emergencies. Considering everything that has occurred in the past 3 to 4 months, I guess. After only 6 months, XDC and Xinfeng have achieved phenomenal success. I'm referring about 4 months ago. Looking more closely at what XDC is up to, it's easy to see why they'll soon be the undisputed leader in their field. I can state categorically that any hope of price changes in the market has been extinguished. Adoption of cryptocurrencies has hardly begun in the retail sector. They will finally catch on when we break records and make a price discovery. When that moment comes, you'll be glad you hung in there through the market's low points and learned to value these hidden gems of practicality. Now that it's out of the way, I really do hope you enjoyed my video. If you're sure you want to receive alerts, sign up here. See you later, bye.